Alright guys, what's up? Quick PSA or whatever, something like that. I don't know what I'm really gonna say, but I just wanted to talk about this game. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but I just had to talk about this game. I was gonna make a video anyway talking about this game, but now I feel like I have to talk about it. So this game right here is Chaos Zero Nightmare. It's made by the developers up at Smilegate, who made Epic 7, another popular PvP gacha game. This game is not PvP, it's more like a card battler slash spire slash roguelike game. Anyway, this game has been fun to play for over the past week. I've had a lot of fun. I've been leveling up my characters. And it's just been a lot of fun and a joy to play. However, there are several issues with this game, but none of that is what I'm here to talk to you about today. Today, I'm talking about, instead of telling you what I like about the game, maybe I'll do that later on, but we got to talk about the stream that just happened from the developers, talking about the things that people say are wrong with the game, namely people in Korea who have a big issue with this game. Now, let me give you a little backstory about just the rumors that set this off into motion. So apparently, there's a character in this game named Owen. This is just one of the things, mind you, just one of the things. There's a character in this game now named Owen. Now, Owen looks like a run-of-the-mill generic main character. Kind of looks similar to Ross from Epic 7. We're not going to get into that right now. But Owen, this character right here, is being said to have quote unquote stole your bitch. This is Mr. Steal Your Bitch. Now, I don't read the story. I don't really care about the story all too much. Story's fine. It's dark. It's got a little something going on, but I haven't read too much. You know why? It doesn't matter. This story really didn't grab me. I love the scenes. The fight scenes were pretty cool. I like the character Lewis, and I like the character Judas. Yeah, there's a character in this game named Judas. Anyway, both of those characters are pretty cool. Doesn't matter. The whole story is getting redone. Why? Because of this character, mostly. I'm not really understanding with the main character, which is a self-insert. But this character right here, everyone got all up in a tizzy because this character is Mr. Steal Your Bitch. He's holding, touching all the girls that you like in this game. Nobody likes that. In KR anyway. So they're going to redo the whole story because a lot of stuff is unclear what the main character is supposed to even be doing, and people don't like this character's role in the game. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to some more troubling things. So first off, this game, a lot of people say it has predatory monetization. Now, I did become hip to that this, which is a way to make your cards holographic and animate in this game, this was actually bugged. When you got to the guaranteed, there was a chance for you to get not your character. There was a chance of that. You to get just a random card that was not your character. And all this does is make one of your cards animated and holographic. I can show you right here. If I go to Orleo, which is my favorite character in the game, I click this card, it moves now. These other cards, they don't move, right? I can show you. Yeah, see, they don't move. All these characters have potential to move. I did it to this card, and now it moves. That's what that does. So you had a chance at Pity to not get the character you selected. Another thing that people really care about, the affinity. To get this screen, or any screen you want for any of the characters, let's say you want Kayron's screen, you have to get this little thing to 10. To get it to 10 takes about, I don't know, roughly a week or maybe longer. It depends on what you're doing. You can buy affinity from the shop in your Arc City, but most people are spending that on creating the skill tree. And they're like, the progression of getting the affinities is too slow. But you could buy this and make it go faster. But people are like, the progression is too slow. Because you need to go into the shop and buy these to extend this. Okay, that's another thing with the game. There are a ton of text errors in the game. None of that, by the way, stops this game from being fun. None of that stuff stops this game from having huge replayability. But people are upset. They are upset, and the Korean devs have taken notice, and they have issued a video apology to all the players, and we're getting what, 50 or 40 free summons, something close to that, just for this alone. And they're like, oh, they're showing us their entire business plan, business model, and they are committed to getting this game right. Now, I'm from Epic 7, their first game, or it could be their first game. I don't really know, but I've been playing that game since 2018, something like that. But anyway, these devs do respond to the community, and they do make changes. Sometimes their changes not all their players agree with, but they do make changes. In Epic 7, the community was vocal enough to stop them from changing the game in a drastic way. The community was able to make them throw months of development away for the sake of the game. So those are the type of devs that you're looking at. They will listen to huge upheaval and uproar in their game. But people are not okay with the state of the game right now. Even though I think this game is fun, people still want change. They want change in a major way. They say the game is too predatory, even though it has been pretty generous up to this point, if I do say so myself. But that's not the point. My experience is not everyone else's experience. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the stuff that you could clearly see visible in the game that I know about that is upsetting people. There was huge text errors in the beginning of the game. Like I said, it's not a huge deal breaker. The localization for the English has been shite in most of these games that come from the Asian hemisphere. But Western players, we mostly deal with that shit and get it changed later down the road. But I'm gonna now take you to the thread, because there's a lot more stuff that we gotta cover about this game in particular before I start talking about anything I like about this game. But yeah, let's jump over there. Alright. Alright. Voice crack. Anyway, somebody made an AI translation, I know AI, right, of all the things they were talking about in the stream. You can go watch the video for yourself. Maybe I'll post the video link in the description below. Not really important, but where to start? So they were saying they were changing the whole story, and that the whole story is going to be changed in the next 6 to 9 months. Something like that. 6 to 9 months. Can you believe that? A whole story overhaul in 6 months is absolutely batshit insane. I believe they can get it done. It's not like it's that far in the story, but that is a huge amount of development time they have to spend on just getting the story right. Not sure who they're going to get to do the story, but if it's anything like Epic 7, the story should be at least decent if you care about that type of thing. Moving on. He's saying that the reason why people think the story is shite is because a lot of people had to leave the team because of the harsh work environment and stress that they put on the writers to make deadlines, which is crazy but understandable. That's how business goes. But they're going to redo the story anyway, because he admits that it's a failure on his part. By the way, the person who gave this is the same director of the person that directed Epic 7, so his face looks familiar to a lot of people who played that game. A lot of you are going to be seeing him for the first time, but you're going to be seeing this guy a lot because he does a lot of the overhaul. He's really the front man for a lot of the quote-unquote bad things that happen in the game. He's the person most comfortable with showing his face. Anyway, like I said, the localization being shite is something that people have noticed, and they've taken notice, and they said they're going to want to change. And a lot of people have been having problems with server stability, and they mentioned that they're going to improve that as well. And like I said before, they're giving us 10 summons per week or per day, something like that, every week during the duration of November. It says every week, so that's good if you really care about that. Shit, I'll take it. I was having fun anyway. But yeah, a 10 something every week. Feels good, man. Feels good. Hate that it had to come this way, but it is what it is. Oh, and a lot of people accuse this game of having AI art because of a theory of restart. A theory of restart notorious for having AI art. And people were like, is this game using AI? I don't know. The characters look weird. Everything looks weird. And they said they're not using AI art. Even though you can't take them at face value, you can think what you want to think. Conspiracies, all that other stuff. But they themselves have said no AI art. So I don't know if that's going to work for you or your head canon or what you think about the game. But that's what they're saying. You know, they're asking the players to give them a chance to change the game and improve the game. They're just asking for a chance, and they're saying they're gonna try to re-earn the trust of the player base. It's the same song and dance from Epic 7. I can't tell you how many times they've said that they want to try to earn the trust of the E7 player base. I cannot even count. It's over 5 at least. It's over 5 over the course of 7 years. It's over that. We've had so many things happen in that game that the trust has been earned back about 20 times. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Can't sugarcoat it there. But yeah. Oh, I want to talk about another thing. If you want to learn more about what's happening in this game, stay off of the subreddit. I'm telling you right now, stay off of the subreddit. It is hellfire right now. It is so much bigotry going on in the subreddit. It is insane. The mods are nowhere to be seen. Like, I don't even know if the subreddit has a mod. I mean, the subreddit might get shut down. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. It is complete and utter chaos in the subreddit. Like, I don't even know what to say. So stay off the subreddit. I would go to any YouTube video covering this stuff and try to learn and get other people's thoughts and takes on it. My take is the game is fun enough as it is. It's nice that they're doing all this stuff to the story and they're gonna lessen the burden of rewards. But honestly, I was having fun anyway. It's just the beginning process of the game. And if you think about it, like, think right now to yourself. Just let's have a real talk. Every new game that comes out right now, the honeymoon phase is absolutely destroyed by the first week or two controversy that come up with every single game. People will find and nitpick every single game. There is no honeymoon phase if you're chronically online and paying attention to every single thing that happens with these games. I cannot tell you how many times people have been excited for a game. It comes out in a week, not even a full week later, people are like, they've lost their minds. The amount of negativity they allow to seep in, for good or bad. The honeymoon period does not last that long. The addiction to playing lasts pretty long, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but people praising the game, unless you're sponsored or, you know, content creator, whatever it may be, you're gonna snap out of that honeymoon phase very quickly. It's, you know, one of the most common things right now, especially with new release games. It doesn't even have to be these types of games, which are gotcha games, but people will find the flaw and harp on the flaw very quickly. But like I said, if you want to learn more about the stuff that's going on with the game, which to me is not a big deal, they had to denounce that, you know, they're not trying to push any agendas of feminism or anything, you know, ideological. That stuff nobody really asking about, but it's something that's important to them and a major issue that's come up to them. I guess in a bunch of player surveys and stuff like that, nobody knows exactly what caused them to really want to do this video, and they feel like they're gonna lose a major part of their player base if they don't do it. So they decided to address the community at large. But like I said, for me, right now, I'm, you know, a person that plays their game Epic 7, and I'm playing this game. And for me, personally, I'm having a good time playing. but I'm not reading. I'm not paying that close attention to the story. I'm just playing gameplay and noticing localization errors and maybe little bugs here and there. But all in all, as long as they continue to improve the gameplay of the game, which I'm enjoying, then I'll stick around and I'll keep playing. If I don't enjoy it, I will not play. I will not be playing. So that's where I'm at right now. Also, another thing that they want to improve in this game that I didn't talk about. So if you go up here, you'll click on this, and these are like your new player missions, whatever. Every game has this. But these right here, these take an insanely long time to complete in the first week or two. Not insanely long, but you gotta push a little bit because you gotta get up to the level to be able to allow you to complete some of these missions. And most of these require that you get up to at least level 40 to even get this far. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. You have the affinity missions, which I've talked about before. They're going to improve that. And so it'll make it easier for you to complete these missions. And maybe leveling up some characters and some other stuff. I don't know exactly what people are complaining about in this. But I do know for a fact people are complaining about affinity missions. I do know that for a fact. Maybe people are complaining that the rewards are not enough, or they don't have enough to pity every character or something like that, as free-to-plays or low spenders or stuff like that, whatever, and that is too predatory. I got a news flash for you guys. Korean gacha games have been pretty predatory for a long time. Blue Archive, E7, this game, whatever it is. I mean, I think Lost Ark was Korean also. I mean, you could fail an upgrade for your gear in Lost Ark. Is that not predatory? Anyway, what I'm saying is, I enjoy this game. I enjoy the gameplay of the game. I will keep playing, but if you want to learn more, I'm sure tons of other people are making videos on this game. But I'm enjoying it. I'm going to keep playing. Hopefully they improve the game in a way that makes it more enjoyable for everyone. As long as they don't mess with the core gameplay features of the game and the game is still fun and not that strenuous and not stressful, then I'm going to keep playing. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. Maybe I'll make another video in the future talking about stuff that I really love about this game, but I had to talk about the shit show that's happening right now, especially on the Reddit subforums, which is the absolute hellholes. Don't go there. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. Anyway, if you're playing this game, I hope you enjoy it and keep playing it. If you stop playing this game because your account got deleted on the first day because you're a reroll, I'm so sorry that happened to you. But yeah, good luck, guys. Good luck out there. I mean, it is rough. It is rough. But yeah, see ya.